All right, welcome back in here this afternoon. Boys 4B basketball, and they're trying to find somebody to run the flip scoreboard for us, because if they don't do that, we have absolutely no idea what the score actually is. So that could be a slight problem.
Yeah, they called a couple guys out of the bleachers up there. Here they come
all
to the rescue.
All they really need is one guy to handle the flip score, and we'll be good to go. So this is Faith Christian. Faith will be in those blue uniforms going left to right. Grace Christian in the, I guess those are orange, really bright orange.
Bright orange.
Uniforms going right to left. Grace at 19-2 out of Staunton, Virginia.
Kind of reminds me of Clemson.
Faith at 12-12. They're out of the Mason-Dixon Christian Conference, which is actually a really difficult conference year in and year out. So being 12-12 in that,
not bad.
Sometimes isn't so bad. All right, so opening tip played to Faith as they will work it up in the front court here, and I forgot to start my clock right off the bat, so I'm going to have to let it run an extra 6-7 seconds after the first out-of-bounds play here. The situation is that we don't have a scoreboard, so we have no working clock whatsoever that's facing us. We just have to guess. Three-ball on the wing is good. That's a triple from Daniel Eicher. The junior hits a three, and it's a 3-0 lead for Grace.
Boy, that was a nice shot. He didn't hesitate a second, man. He just let her fly.
But we don't have a clock, so I have to keep it over here and hope that we're somewhat close. But we do have a score that we can look at. So we're trying to combine all that stuff together. Yes, back the other way comes Grace. That was poked away and stolen. Yeah. Out on the run comes Matt Hott. Ahead, the layup won't go by Tommy Pfeiffer.
Daniel Ecker getting the rebound.
And we had I think it's David Wagner who had a whistle blown for him because he was still in the backcourt because of an injury.
And a finger in the eye, that's why he lost the ball.
So into the front court comes Grace. 3-ball in the wing. That's a deep three, and that's
good.
Triple for Gage Frazier, the senior, with the three.
Hitting 100% so far. Two three-pointers shot and 2 3-pointers made.
6-0 is.
Like Grace is going to be in a man-to-man defense.
6-0 lead for Grace here. Faith working it up into the front court. Tommy Pfeiffer goes in the post. Losing that is Will Smoot.
Yeah, he tried to roundhouse over the head pass, and it went right into the hands of the opposition. Mr. Mayo picked that one off.
On the wing with it is Frazier again. Nice little give and go, but it's poked away and stolen. Faith out on the run into the front court. And this is lost on a bounds off the hands of Brady Mann. And it will be Grace Christian basketball.
Yeah. Faith, slow down.
So Daniel.
Both teams are man-to-man.
The far side is, yes, Faith does go man here. And out front, Eicher off on the wing. A long two won't go for Kevin Brent. That's deflected, and now Faith will come away with it.
Will Smoot coming down with that and getting it to his teammate.
A jumper from the baseline. That's way off the mark.
Nothing but air that time.
And
Eicher gets his third rebound of the day. Stopped in action.
I think it must have went through the net because that's missing half of the net on this one hoop down here. So the points do count. The problem is I have no idea who they gave the points to.
Oh. That was a good question.
Well, I'm just going to write it down for now. I'll figure that out later. Down the lane, this poked away. 6-2 is the lead.
There it is. Put it in the
Grace.
bucket.
3-ball on the wing is good. A triple for Daniel Eicher. That's his second three.
Why? He's had a couple of good plays and then 3 shots he's made.
So 9-2 is the lead. Brady Mann working Right side off the Smoot. Now they'll swing it around to the far corner. Again, man out front. Jumper from 15 feet is good. That's a nice little shot from Matt Hott.
That was a good offensive series there. And they did a nice job working the ball around. He broke right over to the foul line and got the pass and got the ball off before a defensive man could get there.
9-4 Grace.
There
3
it
on the
is.
wing is good again. Guess who?
Eicher.
Daniel Eicher with his third 3.
Wow, is he lighting things up?
He has been on fire.
I said they wouldn't have one to shoot as well as the guy last game. I guess I'm going to have to eat those words.
They do. That pass deflected, almost stolen. Now picked up. They kick it in the corner to Pfeiffer. And they'll go back out front. On the wing, Will Smoot. Now Brady Mann with it. Faith taking their time. On the wing, 3 ball. That's good.
There it is.
Triple for Tommy Pfeiffer. And it's a 12-7 lead for Grace. That was good patience for Faith that time around.
It sure was. Nice working the ball around.
Outside 3.
There it
That's
is.
good. My goodness.
Oh,
Gage
man.
Frazier with the triple. And Grace is 5 for 5 from 3-point range and a 30-second timeout to Faith. 15-7 is the lead for Grace. I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go with the first quarter. I'm sure I'm somewhat off on that. We'll try to figure that out. We'll take a break and come back with more here in just a moment. $15-7 is the lead for Grace. Faith into the front court. Little spinning jumper won't go for Will Smoot.
Yeah, it did go.
Wait, oh, that net.
Yeah.
Oh. We're so far away, too, that if the net doesn't move.
I started watching that ball go through that thing now. It looked like it misses, but it actually did go through.
That deflected, stolen away. Out on the run comes Faith, and the layup by Matt Hotz.
Boy, they got that timeout. Now Faith come out firing to both guns.
15-11, the lead now for Grace. And a little up and under along the baseline is good. That's a pretty move from Gage Frazier.
He took a quick move to the outside, the baseline, got by him, come up with a little kind of a semi-hook shot.
Off on the wing with it is Brady Mann. Tries to walk back up front. Spins, fires. That rattles off. And now Grace to bring it back up.
Yeah, Clayton Duke, first rebound of the day.
I have us approaching just about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. That 3 ball off the mark by Eicher. And then that's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Faith.
I think that's the first shot he's missed today, Mr. Eicher.
So 1 minute, 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
It's a little bit of full court pressure. It's kind of semi, not hard, but just enough to bug you a little bit.
Tommy Pfeiffer, now he's swinging around the far side to Brown. Now Mann with it. Looking in the post, swings it over to Hott. Now baseline to Diomes. Underneath, nice little step under by Brady Mann working through a double team, and it's 17-13 Grace.
He moved on his pivot foot first to the right, and then come right back immediately to the left and put it up in there.
Clayton Duke off the right side, dumps it in the post. Boy, that's a nice little touch pass. When it's deflected out of bounds. 1:04 to go in the first. 17-13 the lead for Grace.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get a layup out of that, but Faith was pretty quick about it and clipped him from both sides, knocked the ball loose.
Austin Mayo into the lineup. As Grace trying to work it up top down the lane. That runner won't go. And now Faith brings it out.
Yeah, Matt Haught with his second rebound.
Man down the lane gets fouled, and the shot off the mark, but we do have free throws coming up here. Foul on Grace. Clayton Duke, that's his first, team first. 46 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Free throw, rims around and off. And Man will have one more coming.
Oh.
Carson Wright checks in.
You know, let Mr. Eicher take a rest over there. Good idea. He's a good shooter. Don't want to get too winded so his shot stays good.
1 out of 2 for Man. Down under 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Off with it is Brent. Gives it back up top to Duke. Back to the free throw line. Spinning, firing, and scoring is Austin Mayo.
Little 360 move about 4 feet out. Came around and laid it softly over the top of the front of the hoop and got him 2 points.
19-14 is the lead for Grace. Down to 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Brady Mann hands it off for Holt. Faith working the clock here, down to 8 seconds to go. The bank in the corner, 3 seconds, 2, and that's going to do it for the quarter. At the end of one, 19-14 is the lead for Grace over Faith here in this boys Division 4B matchup. Take a break, come back with their second quarter here in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA National Championship Tournament. Start of quarter number 2 as Grace with it. A little runner in the lane goes from Clayton Duke. And it's a 21-14 lead for Grace here. Just underway, quarter number 2. 3 ball outside. That won't go for Faith.
Gage Frazier with his first rebound of the day.
Off it goes to Musselman. Now 3 ball on the wing. That's no good from Frazier. And the rebound underneath to Faith. Back the other way comes Brady Mann. Mann working baseline. Swinging around the Pfeiffer. In the post it goes. Now outside. Hot tracks it down. Just about 7 minutes to go here in the half. 21-14 the lead for Grace. Down the lane, runner no good by Hotz. Rebound underneath, put back up, no. And Grace comes away with it. This is Musselman. In the corner, good pass in the post for Mayo. Spins, fires, and scores.
Yeah, he did that little 360 move, fell away from the basket, took kind of a semi-hook shot right up over the top and in. Created his own shot, so to speak.
23-14 Grace.
Nice pass inside.
Diams goes up. That was partially deflected. Now knocked back out. Mann's got it. Swing it back around. Now in the middle to Mann. He gets to the hoop and lays it in off the glass.
Oh, nice job using his body to shield the ball, keep the defender away from it. Went in with his back to the basket and got a nice layup.
And we got a whistle and a foul on the far side. Foul is on Faith's Ben Diams. That would be his first, team first. When it comes in the corner, Grace trying to work it into the paint. Musselman back out top, 3 ball. That's way off the mark from Frazier. Rebound deflected and back the other way comes Faith on the run.
Yeah, Tommy Pieper.
We go back on the wing again for Smoot. Trying to swing it around to Hutt. Matt on the right side. Up top to Brady Mann. Good pass on the inside and the layup from Matt Hutt. That's a really good look from Brady Mann.
A few passes around the court can really open up a guy real nicely.
23-18. 3 ball out front is good. And that triple from Thomas Musselman.
Musselman on the board here.
I'm going to tell you, Grace has pretty much shot the lights out from 3-point range in this first half. 26-18, they lead it. Down to 4:50 to go in the half. Think about it, there hasn't been a lot of fouls, not a lot of stoppages.
No.
This game has just kept moving. Baseline 3 ball is good. Boy, that's a tough shot.
Boy, that was David Wagner. Senior. No less than 3 seniors on this Grace team. Nice
and
rebound.
That won't go. Now Faith will come away with it again. So Faith gets the 3 ball. Then they force the turnover. It's a 5-point game, 26-21. That 3 rattles off. And back the other way comes Grace. Up with it is Wagner. Trying to work into the paint. Now they kick it off into the corner. 3 ball from Frazier. That won't go. And that knocked out of bounds. And it will be Faith basketball. Right around 4 minutes to go. Once again, we cannot see the scoreboard, so I'm trying to keep the clock on my phone so it won't be 100% accurate. But we do have a flip scoreboard that's facing us, so we've got that. There's a steal in the backcourt and laid up and in. So good steal by Thomas Musselman. And it comes.
Yeah, the problem was Will Smoot got a little bit too much dribbling. That gave the defense a chance to sneak up behind him and get the ball.
28-21 is the lead for Grace. And we got a whistle and a traveling violation on Grace. The ball will go back over to Faith. So the Falcons bring it up here. On the far side, Mann ran out of room, double teamed. Back up top, now good pass in the corner from Pfeiffer. Out front to Brown. Hands it off to Smoot. Now they'll swing it into the corner again. Off on the wing, 3 ball, that's way short out of Brady Mann's hands. Good hustle though from Faith to try to get it back. I believe that was Matt Hutt. 3 ball out front, that rattles around it in. Triple for Will Smoot. That's his second 3 of the day.
And that ball hit the front rim, down in, out, back out the back, up in the air, and back down in again.
28-24 is the lead now for Grace.
Yeah, Faith still in that man-to-man defense.
Under 3 minutes to go now in the half. Ahead it comes on the run down the lane. Reverse layup is good by Matt Hutt. And it's 28-26.
Down to 2-point game. Here comes Grace again.
Eicher goes Back up front, Wagner with it. Kicks it off in the corner from Musselman. Fires up a shot in the lane. That won't go, and it will be Faith basketball here. Into the lineup.
Stuart Brown,
For
Shaw
Faith
Brown.
is Brown as he comes in. Down to 2:16 to go in the half. We got a whistle and a reach-in foul.
Looks like it's going to be maybe a 1-on-1. Nope, that was just number 11.
Daniel Eicher with his first. That's actually only the team's second. 28-26, Grace leads. Three ball in the corner is good. Another triple, and again, Will Smoot.
Yep, Will's, boy, he's lighting up the board. Comes a steal.
Away, picked up by a man, back the other way, spins into the lane, throws it up, and it gets stuck in between the rim and the backboard.
Yeah, and what's that called?
It's a jump ball.
Jump ball. Yeah, we get stuck up. So many people ask that, what happens if the ball gets stuck up? What do they do with it? It's a jump ball, and we just follow the arrow. Whoever has the next jump ball gets the ball.
And it is Faith's basketball. So under 2 minutes now to go in the half. 29-28 is actually the lead for Faith. Underneath, Mann forces it up and scores. Brady Mann again, making it now 31-28 Faith. Boy, this has been a big turnaround for Faith in this game. Grace was up by 9 early, and now that lead is gone, and there's another turnover. Stolen away by Will Smoot. Will down the lane, he lost it.
Yeah. I think that was David Wagner who came up behind him and knocked the ball loose. No, it wasn't either.
And that's stripped away, but we do have a foul on Faith's Jonathan Marceau. His first, team second. And now back comes out front to Eicher. And the paint, turning, firing, and scoring is Austin Mayo, and it's 31-30 Faith.
He gets that 6 to 8 feet out, and he does that little turnaround in the air as he puts up the shot. He's done it consecutively now, twice in a row.
1 minute to go here in this first half. Pass back into the corner. On the wing, three ball, that won't go. And here comes Grace out on the run.
Yeah, Wagner got that one. Passed it off.
They trail at 31-30. Down the lane, Frazier, no, but he will go to the free throw line.
He wasn't planning necessarily to make that shot. He just wanted to draw the foul. It's kind of an out-of-control type of shot.
Foul on Tommy Pfeiffer. That's his first, team third. So free throw good here. And one more coming. 31 seconds to go in the half. Gage Frazier made the first. We'll have one more coming. We are tied at 31. Both of these 4B matchups were really tight around halftime. Second free throw, no good. And Faith will bring it up down to 25 seconds to go in the half. Man out front. Now working far side. Try to pass it down low. That's deflected away. Out top three ball. That won't go. And the rebound underneath to Grace. 8 seconds to go on the run. Little alley-oop pass underneath. Missed by Clayton Duke. 4 seconds. 3, 2. And that is going to do it for the half. We're all tied up at 31 at the break between Grace and Faith. First half scoring totals, first of all, for Grace. 6 points for Austin Mayo. 9 for Gage Frazier, including 2 threes. He was 1 of 2 from the line. Daniel Eicher with 9 points on 3 3-point field goals. Clayton Duke had 2. 5 points for Thomas Musselman, including 1 3. Grace is 6 of 10 from 3-point range. For Faith, 1 3-pointer for Tommy Pfeiffer. 11 points for Will Smoot, including 3 3-point field goals. 8 for Matt Hott. And 7 points for Brady Mann. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Faith, 4 of 9 from three-point range. I'll pass it off to you for our first half rebounding totals.
All right, rebounds, first of all, for Faith Christian. We had Tommy Pfeiffer with 1. Will Smoot had 1. Matt Hott had 4. And Brady Mann had 2 for a total of 8. 8 rebounds for Faith Christian. And for Grace Christian, we had David Wagner with 2. Austin Mayo had 1. Gage Frazier had 3. Daniel Ecker had 3. Clayton Duke had 2. And Hagan Alfred had 1 for a total of 12. So a little bit of lead by Grace over Faith in rebounds, 12-8.
And at the half, we're all tied up at 31. Take a break, come back with your second half in just a few minutes. You're watching the NCSAA National Championship Tournament. So 3 ball off the mark to start the second half. 31-31 tie between Grace and Faith here in this boys 4B matchup. Now from the wing it goes for Brady Mann. Now 3-ball out front. That's
There
good
it
again.
is.
My goodness, can that kid shoot? Will Smoot with his 4-3 of the game. 34-31 Faith. Try to work it down low now. On the wing for Wagner. Kick it out.
There he
3
is.
ball.
No, he
that
missed it.
won't go from Eicher. And the rebound now sent back out front. 3-ball from there is no good by David Wagner. And the rebound down low to Faith. And we got a whistle and a reach-in foul.
Good job by Smoot that time. He took his body and shielded the ball and spread his legs out when he was trying to get control of it. And the guy was trying to scramble to get around him and fouled him. So nice job protecting the ball.
So under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 34-31 is the lead for Faith. Matt Hott back outside.
Nice
now
steal.
that's stolen away. On the run comes Daniel Eicher into the front court. Picks up his dribble. Goes baseline. Runner in the paint will go for Thomas Musselman, but a foul on Jonathan Marceau. That will be his second and team first on Faith this half. Musselman's free throw is good. Free throw here,
Wow.
rattles around and
Smoot
off.
with a rebound. Nice job. Good job blocking out by Smoot. Took it off the right side and down. But
On the lane, this runner won't go. Back to the way comes Grace. I'll put that as Wagner. Goes baseline to Musselman. Back to Wagner up top, down the lane, and he got whacked. And that will be the team's second. So free throws upcoming here. First one rattles around and off for Wagner, and he'll have another one coming. And try to catch up on my scoreboard because I forgot to start it the last time around. So
oh no.
see if we can catch up to where it should be. Second free throw here is no good. Wagner misses a pair. Off it goes in the corner for 3. That won't go.
You know that number?
And back the other way comes Faith. So Tommy Pfeiffer trying to work right side, nowhere to go with it. Now up to Smoot. Trying to go baseline and threw it away. And the post, that's knocked out of bounds as they'll get set to put it back in play here. And it comes along that baseline to try to dump it back out. Runner from there
nice.
is good. And another 2 for Austin Mayo.
Got that ball on the outside. Got a quick step around the corner there. Drove along the baseline. Laid it up and over for his 2 points.
Tied at 34 here in the third quarter. There's a nice
Nice.
backdoor feed. Little
Good.
touch pass underneath and the layup by Shaw Brown.
Beautiful work. Nice teamwork.
36-34 Faith. And that shot on the outside wouldn't go. Now Faith back on the run again. Down the lane, that runner's no good. Grace comes back up with it. On the wing is Wagner. Try to dump it underneath. And we have a timeout on the floor. So a timeout to Faith, 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. 36-34 Faith here in the third quarter. out of that timeout. Grace will look to play it in. 4:50 to go in the third. It's a 36-34 lead for Faith. Nice little pass underneath. And the layup is good there by Jonathan Marceau. Nice look from the outside, and it's tied at 36 again. That pass sails out of bounds, and it will be Grace basketball.
That was Eicher that got that pass right in, an interior pass like that. He drove around about the baseline and shovel past it under to him, and he got an easy basket.
Wagner on the wing now, back up top to Eicher.
I didn't realize that we're tied, boy.
Wagner again from the baseline. That rattles around and out. There's a nice little tip back in. Austin Mayo with the bucket. And it's 38-36 Grace.
Nice.
Boy, it's a real even game, just kind of back and forth.
Yeah, it's really a close one.
Back the other way is a whistle and a foul underneath. There's going to be free throws here for Brady Mann. Foul is on David Wagner. That will be his first, team first this half. Brady Mann at the free throw line. 38-36 Grace. Just under 4 minutes to go in this third quarter.
The thing I liked about that foul was when he fouled him enough he couldn't make the layup. If you're going to give up the foul and not allow you don't want to allow the point. So you want to make sure he didn't make it. A lot of times people just barely touch him and they go on and get the 2 points, get a 3-point play out of it. Nice job of pulling him down, making sure he didn't get it.
The first one off the mark, couple of substitutions in here for Grace. And the second one is good. So 1 out of 2 for Brady Mann. As back up with it comes Grace with under 4 to go. 3:55 to go in the third. Down the lane. That's a nice little step through.
Wow.
And the lay-in by Thomas Musselman.
Took that ball and picked it up just as he's going around Tommy. And left Pfeiffer standing, went left and right in for the layup. Boy, that was a nice move.
40-37 Grace. On the baseline it goes. That ball's thrown away.
Yeah, little too long a toss that time. Only person can get that was somebody on the opposite team.
Brent swings it back around up top. Wagner. Now on the baseline to Mayo. Right side Duke. Clayton Duke throws it off the glass and scores. 42-37. Grace now full court press on. Back the other way down the lane. That runner won't go by Matt Hott. Rebound loose and taken away by Grace.
Oh, Kevin Brent, his first time getting a rebound today.
Ooh, that shot blocked underneath out of the hands of Clayton Duke. Back the other way. Now chasing it down on the turnover is Thomas Musselman.
Well, he's moving up the court, too. There's a nice pass out in the flats.
Baseline feed. That won't go by Brent. And the rebound of Faith, and now they'll slow it up. 2:35 to go in the third. 42-37 is the lead for Grace. Swinging around over in the corner for Smoot.
Nice pass.
Trying to dump it back on the wing again for Mann. Working the ball all the way around the perimeter. We got a whistle and a foul on the far side. That will go on Austin Mayo. That will be his first, team second.
A little full court pressure, it looks like here.
Well, Faith is going to play it in and see if he can get a quick shot here. There is one, a 3 ball. That's off the mark by Brady Mann. And back the other way comes Grace.
Wagner with the rebound.
Wagner with it on the wing for Duke. They try to swing it around the far side for Brent. Again, good pressure defense here from Faith. Underneath. That shot's no good, but there is a foul, and we have a whistle. And it will go
44.
on Brady Mann. That will be his first, team third. And to the free throw line goes Clayton Duke. Free throw here is good. Duke will have one more coming. Second one is no good. 1 out of 2 for Clayton. The rebound, though, goes to Grace. 3 ball out front. That's no good from Kevin Brent. And it sails out of bounds. So it will be Faith basketball. 1:41 left to go here in the third. 43-37 Grace.
There's that full court pressure again. Grace trying to put on. They need a couple turnovers. Going to have to get some stops.
Out front down the lane. Good pass underneath.
Open.
And a jumper won't go for Will Smoot. That was another 3-point attempt. Tap it back out front. 1:15 to go in the third. Baseline 3 ball. That's way off the mark.
Well, that thing must have been over about 8 feet over the rim or something.
Back to the way. Tracked down in the near court by Wagner. Is it up for Duke? Trying to work some clock here. Under a minute to go in the third.
A little baseline
In the
move.
post, we had a whistle and a foul down low. That will go on Ben Diomes. That will be his second foul, team 4th. Grace will play it in from the baseline. Jumper on the wing won't go. That was also a 3 attempt from Wagner.
That was Mr.
Back
Smoot.
to the way on the run. Good pass ahead. And the layup by Brady Mann. 43-39 Grace. 35 seconds to go in the third. That pass is another turnover. Again, out on the run is Mann. Brady down the lane, kicks it out. 3 ball in the corner, no good by Hotz. Now out front, this 3, that's no good. So neither team really connecting from long range in the second half, that's for sure. Wagner back up into the front court, and we've got a timeout, a 30-second timeout to Grace, with the score 43-39. The lead for Grace here. But a good close game, our first one of the day, really. Our first 4B matchup was close for a half.
Yeah, it was after halftime. It was a 1-point game. The second half, then Community Christian opened it up on them, and they ended up having about a 14-point lead after Community Christian slowed the ball down just to run the clock down. Now we've got pretty good barn burner here, 43-39.
So 10 seconds left to go here in the third as Grace uses a 30-second timeout to try to set up a last-second shot to get done with the quarter here. So bring it up into the front court. Musselman back out front, 3 seconds.
There's
2,
a steal.
1, and at the buzzer, it won't go. I'm not real sure he got it off anyway. And at the end of 3, it's 43-39, the lead for Grace over Faith. Take a break, come back with your fourth quarter in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA National Championship Tournament. So we start quarter number 4, a 43-39 lead for Grace. Brady Mann
nice
down the
pass
lane.
over.
Good look on the inside. That runner wouldn't go. And now back up with it comes
Well,
Grace.
that was nice penetration at the time by Mann, but he just Guy couldn't get the ball to go in.
3 ball in the corner wouldn't go by Musselman.
Will Smoot with the rebound, and here comes Faith.
Middle of the Florida man. Go back up top to Smoot again. Trying to work right side. And we've got a whistle and a reach-in foul on Grace.
Were you just wondering how many times he get to swing at him before he got the foul? All the way across says, I'm going to get a foul. I'm going to get a foul.
Thomas Brent's first, team third on Grace. And they'll bring the ball up here. Brent back out front to Musselman.
And Faith still in their man-to-man defense in those blue and yellow uniforms.
Musselman dumping it in the post. Spinning and firing is Austin Mayo. That wouldn't go. And now taken away, and Faith will bring it up. Right the other way comes Faith. Once again, I forgot to start my clock. Up and under, that runner won't go. Well, we'll catch up at the next timeout.
Nice move along the baseline that time. He just didn't. And we short-armed it, putting it up for a little under the backboard hookups off the glass. Here
Runner
comes
won't
Faith.
go. Back the other way now comes Matt Hunt. There is not a carry, apparently.
He shuffled his feet. That was walking there,
on the
too.
baseline. That runner won't go. Rebound deflected. And Grace going to come out of there with it.
Yeah, Austin Mayo, rebound number 7 for him today.
Down the lane, Musselman again with that step through. That's the second time he's done that. And Thomas Musselman with the bucket.
He does it so quickly.
45-39. Back off into the corner. Up and under, and that's a nice little reverse layup by Brady Mann.
Yeah, he came up from the back.
We've got a full timeout to Faith. 45-41 the lead for Grace here in quarter number 4. Take a break, come back with more in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. .547 to go here in the fourth quarter.
1, 2, 3.
As
4,
up with it comes Grace. No, working into the front court, far side. With it was Frazier. Now they'll swing it back on the baseline. No, but there is a foul underneath.
Boy, they're not cutting off that baseline. He did a nice job of taking advantage of what they gave him. Mr. Wagner went around that baseline and went up underneath. Got fouled as he put the ball up. If he just put up a little more strongly, he could get the point and the foul.
And the free throw rattles around and off.
Hey, this game in front of us is tightening up a little bit. It's a 10-point game now.
Second free throw here is good. Wagner 1 out of 2 that trip. 46-41 is the lead for Grace. Down under 5.5 minutes to go. And that sails out of bounds, so it will be Grace basketball.
Well, Grace holding that 5-point lead, 46-41. Faith needs to stop here.
Swing it back around for Frazier. Now free throw line for Mayo. Down the lane, that won't go, and the rebound to Brady Mann.
Yeah, his 5th rebound today.
Under 5 minutes to go, 46-41 is the lead for Grace. On the lane, layup no good, but there is a foul.
Well, he had the right idea. He went right straight through the two guys. They reached out and fouled him as he went through and put a shot up. If he'd put a little more oomph on it, he had him a three-point play, but now he's got a chance for two. And
Second foul on Duke. That's team fourth. The free throw off the mark by Matt Hudson. He'll have another one coming here.
There it is.
4:50 to go here in this fourth quarter. As Hunt makes 1 out of 2. It's now a 46-42 lead for Grace. Little tap back in the middle. That's picked off.
Oh, and then they turned around and lost. The guy behind him got it.
Down the lane, little handoff near side, off the glass and scoring is David Wagner.
Yeah, a little head fake, drew the defense off balance and took it over him.
48-42. 4:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. Down the lane, runner good, and the foul. That's a nice take by Will Smoot.
Smoot showed some nice moves today. Got that little herky-jerky up there and put it off the glass nicely. While he was getting hit, he controlled the ball. Good job by Smoot.
Austin Mayo with his second, team fourth. And the second one is,
makes it a three-point game.
Make that three-point play is good, and back the other way now. Comes Grace, though, runner off the glass scores. That's Thomas Musselman. It's 50-45, Grace.
A little full court pressure now by Grace.
As we approach 4 minutes to go in this one. Smoot down the lane, throws it up. Good in the foul.
Put it in the book.
Good take for Will Smoot.
Now we're getting down to that three-point game now. One more.
Austin Mayo with his third.
What do we got? 3:55 left, huh?
Team sixth. And the free throw is good. And he completes another three-point play.
Put it up there, tossed it up there nice and easy, and went off the front rim, off the back rim, backboard, and back in. So.
All right, 30-second timeout to Faith. It is a 50-48 lead for Grace. Take a break. Back with more in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. So again, out of timeout, Grace plays it up. Put it on the wing. A long 2 won't go for Wagner. And the rebound to Faith. There's a full court pass. Down the floor to Hunt. Up top to Pfeiffer. Now Smoot with it. Off to Brady Mann. Kicks it out. They swing it back up top. Smoot again.
Yeah, Faith needs a good shot here. They're down by 2 points. We're down to 3:19. They don't want to waste their possession.
On the lane, there's a whistle and a foul call. And foul on Thomas Musselman, his first, and team 7th. So 2 free throws here. First one is good.
All right, we're down to 1 point game now. 50-49, 3:16 left. Makes this one, we're in a tie match. There it is.
That's good. Game tied at 50. Down under 3:15 to go. And we got a whistle and a foul.
They are not. None of those guys on Faith are cutting off the baseline. They let him drive around there every time. He and Musselman. David Wagner and Musselman.
It's Matt Hott with his first foul, team fifth.
Got it.
Free throw rattles in for David Wagner. He'll have another one coming. 51-50 Grace leads as Daniel Eicher checks back in. Yes. Second one is good.
Well, 2-point lead for Grace. Here they come up. Go full court pressure now again by Grace.
52-50. Faith playing it
Ah,
up.
nice
That pass
steal.
is picked off.
Yeah, Austin Mayo reaching up high and bringing that pass over his head down.
Down to 2:50 to go in the game. Swinging off in the corner. Three ball. That's off the mark. Short from Gage Fraser. And we got a whistle and a foul in the middle of the floor.
I think Brady Mann's finally going to get a shot out of it. He got butchered on it. No, maybe they don't have enough fouls yet.
I believe that was
Yeah,
on
here they go.
Musselman. That's his second. We got
1-1.
one and the bonus coming up for Brady Mann.
He got mugged once out there, and they let it go, and then they picked it back up and started again, and he got mugged again. So then, second time, they said, "That's it. You're going to get the foul."
Just into the lineup for Grace comes Pavel Rich.
Pavel Rich, is that his first time in the game today? I don't remember.
And that free throw is good.
All right, one more free throw here if we make it. Going back to tie game.
52-51 is the lead for Grace. 2:39 to go in the game. And the second free throw rattles in and out.
And Thomas Musselman comes down with the rebound.
So now back the other way comes Grace. 2:30 to go in the game. Wagner up top. Trying to get a step. Sends it back out. And nice little floater in the lane by Thomas Musselman. And we've got a timeout. Timeout to Grace. 2:16 to go. 54-51. Grace leads Faith. Take a break. Back with more of this boys 4B matchup in a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. So some full court pressure here from Grace, and it results in a turnover as it goes off the legs of Brady Mann. And it will be Grace basketball here.
This game right in front of us is Gloucester and Andrews. Gloucester is winning that one 59-40 with 5:50 left.
So we're down around 2 minutes to go in this one. Grace underneath. That shot blocked out of bounds off the hands of Matt Hotz. And Grace will play it in from the baseline as Daniel Eicher will check in.
Yeah, nice play by Hott. Get a block on that shot. They have the striker back in there.
I don't think I ever stopped the clock either. That's not a good thing.
Oh, no.
Off it goes in the corner. Three ball. That won't go. Rebound underneath to Brady Mann. Back the other way comes Faith. Down the lane. Mann scoops it up and scores it. Plus the foul. That's a nice take right there.
Back to 1 point game again. This could tie it up.
The foul on Daniel Eicher. That's his third. Brady Mann with the opportunity to possibly tie this thing.
Brady's done a nice job of bringing his club back in his fourth quarter. Oh, he missed it. Got the
Missed
rebound,
the free
though.
throw, got his own rebound back, and then has that swatted. Now back out front. Faith going to try to reset. In the corner to Mann. And we'll go back up top. Mann again, trying to work it back out to Hott. Over to Smoot. Now off in the corner. Down to 1:18 to go in this game. Back out front on the run along the baseline. That won't go by Smoot. And then Brady Mann gets another rebound. 54-53. Grace leads it. 1:05 to go. Runner is good on the baseline by Will Smoot. Boy, between Smoot and Brady Mann, they managed to keep him in this game. And we have a timeout on the floor. Timeout to Grace. And it is a full timeout. So with under a minute to go in the fourth quarter, 55-54, the lead for Faith over Grace. We'll be back with more in just a minute. You're watching the NCSAA. Inbounds pass comes out front. Grace with it, trailing by one, 55-54, with 45 seconds to go. Up the right side is Musselman. Back up top to Duke. Try to swing it back around, down to 35 seconds to go. Duke along the baseline, ran out of room. Back to Musselman. Out front, open three, no good from David Wagner. And this saved on the far side by Duke, though, still alive. Taken down by Faith. We're down to 21 seconds left. And a reach-in foul. That's on David Wagner. That will be his second. And I believe this should be two shots. Will Smoot at the free throw line. A couple of big free throws. 55-54 is the lead for Faith.
Oh,
free throw off the mark. One more free throw for Smoot here. And he makes that. So 1 out of 2 makes it 56-54 Faith. Down to 16 seconds to go. Out front Duke. And the high post for Mayo. Spins, fires. That won't go. Rebound tracked into the corner. We're down to 5 seconds. Runner on the baseline. That won't go. Rebound tip back up again. And we got a whistle right at the last second here. Foul is on Will Smoot. Well, it's first, and basically Clayton Duke's going to have to make both of these.
That's it. If he misses the first one, they're in trouble.
And he does.
Oh, no.
So he misses the first. He's going to have to get the second. I can't see the scoreboard, but there can't be more than about 2 seconds left because my clock ran out and I was almost right on it. So it's got to be either 1 second or a fraction of a second or something along those lines. He misses the second on purpose, and that is going to do it. That's it. So Faith manages to hang on 56-54 with the win over Grace. Boy, that was a really good matchup here for our third game of the day. 56-54 is the final, as Faith will advance to take on Community Christian tomorrow in the Division 4B semifinals. Final scoring totals. First of all, for Grace Christian, 10 points for Austin Mayo, 9 for Gage Frazier, including 2 threes. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 9 points for Daniel Eicher on 3 3-point field goals. 5 points for Clayton Duke. He was 1 of 4 from the line. 14 points for Thomas Musselman, including 1 3. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And 5 points for David Wagner. He was 3 of 6 from the line. Grace, 6 of 21 from 3-point range. For Faith, 1 3-point field goal for Tommy Pfeiffer, 2 points apiece for Jonathan Marceau and Shaw Brown. Matt Holt had 9 points. He was 1 of 2 from the line. "17 points for Brady Mann. He was 5 of 9 from the free throw line. 23 points for Will Smoot. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And Faith, 5 of 15 from 3-point range. I'll pass it off to you for our final rebounding totals.
Rebounding, first of all, for Grace Christian, we had David Wagner with 4. Austin Mayo had 7. Greg Frazier had 3. Kevin Brent 1. Carson Wright 1. Daniel Eicher had 6. Clayton Duke had 2. Thomas Musselman 1. And Hagen Alfred had 1 for a total of 26. 26 rebounds for Grace in defeat. Faith came out on top, had Tommy Pfeiffer with 3. Will Smoot had 6. Matt Hott had 6. And Brady Mann had 8 for a total of 23. So the rebounding edge went to Grace just by a smidgen, 26-23.
In the final, 56-54 as Faith gets the win over Grace. Well, we'll take a break. We'll come back with game number 4 today in just a few minutes. You're watching the NCSAA National Championship Tournament.